We are going to continue our talk on becoming authentic leader in corporate America, as an entrepreneur, as a community leader. Being authentic simply means being original, being a true version of who you are. And we know as leaders sitting around the room that sometimes it's not always easy to be consistent with who we are. But I want to submit to all of us that that is the best way for us to grow our shareholders' profit and also to grow our own career. When you are an individual that is consistent in what you do, it's a lot easier for people to understand where you're coming from. And because as a leader, we wear a lot of hats, there's still a need for some consistency. So, as a corporate individual, I remember severally how one day you have to be one thing to the other, the next day you have to be one thing to the other. Changing who you are will not help to enhance your leadership qualities. So I quickly decided that for me to grow, I've got to be authentic. I've got to be original. And I grew up in a setting where they saw 4 strikes against me. Black, female, Nigerian accent. These were things that were my value proposition to the world. I didn't take it personal because I knew I couldn't change anything about it. But what I did with it was to see how can we and I be a better version of that individual who was delivering that service. Sales and service are so critical in any organization. And in order for you to have a consistent sales effort and results, you've got to be authentic. Authentic meaning original. There's a quote I'm going to share with you that will get you to think about what this word means. An authentic entrepreneur or leader must be psychologically mature and have realistic perceptions of reality. It's all about your psychology. It's all in your head. It's all in your mind. So as leaders that want to become the best, we've got to be original. We've got to be authentic. We're going to talk about ways that you can become authentic as a leader. First of all, you have to be able to tell your own narratives. You have to understand your own narratives and be able to tell it so that people understand where you're coming from. And people will value you when they understand your narrative and you embrace your narrative. It helps. When you embrace the narrative of your company, it helps you to believe in that company and to deliver what exactly they want. When you don't understand the narrative of your corporation, of yourself as a brand, then there's a lot of confusion, which creates chaos and it creates lack of performances. So once you become that narrator of your own journey, the next thing you want to be able to do is network with a purpose. Network with a purpose. A lot of times we go everywhere helping to create business opportunities, but there's got to be a purpose. We have to avoid being the loudest. We have to avoid being the most obnoxious individual in the room. We've got to focus on quality engagements, not quantity, not the number of people you meet, but the quality of people. And lastly, to follow up, and follow up. That is the key to where you're going, being able to follow up and also establish and embrace who you are, your brand. And brand in this case, I'm going to leave you with this acronym of brand. Be bold and courageous. Get knowledge so you can be bold to communicate what is expected of you. R will stand for resilient. Be ready to bounce back. When they say those no's to you when you want to sell, don't take it personal. You are selling value. You also want to be able to articulate, be able to speak. I didn't like to speak initially in corporate America. I had to go find my voice. Find a way to be articulate about what you do. And of course, be natural for the end. And D, be determined. Success is in your hands. When you work at it, you can get it. So don't forget brand. That's what I want to leave you in closing. Thank you.